Hello, guess who and guess what? Well, the guess who is me, Robbie Susan Chandler, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who lives in Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. I hold classes in my home, and if you live in the area, I would love to have you join me for some classes. I hold classes every 2 weeks, and I hold them on Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays. And I have a Thursday evening one for the working people and Sunday afternoon, too. So anyway, that's the who. Now let's look at the what. As you see, I've got this on display. This is a new online exclusive set. That's why I have OE written here. And they do not come in a case like this. I put mine in a case. They all come in these envelopes now. And this is a stamp set, and the dies would also come in one of these. So these are the two parts. Now, this is what the set looks like if you were just going to build it normally. And I think that's a cute little set. When I first saw it and I saw all these die pieces, I said, I'm not sure I want that set. That's a lot of pieces. And then I saw a card made with it, and it's like, well, I think I might want this set. So let me show you the what. It is a Christmas card. Now, isn't that the cutest thing? We took this standard looking bookcase and made it into a Christmas bookcase, which is perfect for me because my house is decorated, everything, all Christmas, everywhere, bookcases, and this would look like my house if I had this piece of furniture, and I do have one similar. So let's look at this and see what all this entails. Let me move this. Alright, first of all, a card base. This is 11 by 4 1/4, and I had a piece with that written on it, but it has blown away or whatever. Anyway, this is cherry cobbler. Oh, I found it. Okay, cherry cobbler. 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So that's our base. And then we have this piece, which is cut from 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Now this is one of the dies on the set, and this cuts this piece. And by the way, when you finish, you're going to have a whole bunch of little pieces right here that you can use for, I guess, sentiments. You could stamp sentiments on them. But this is this piece, and then this is a piece that goes across the top. And I'll talk to you more about that when we get ready to put it on. So this is the top part. Let me move these. And underneath that, I put this basic white piece. Oh, one other thing. I cut this out of thick white because I wanted it to be sturdy. So this is actually the thick basic white. Now this is a regular basic white, and this is 3 1/2 by 4 7/8. And I embossed it with the timber embossing folder because I wanted that wood grain look in the back. So that's the base. Now what you do with these two pieces is you put a lot of dimensionals on here. All these little spots, because you don't want it sagging down, and you put it right on top of that. And I have one that I've done just like that. So that's our first step. I'm going to lay that out of the way for a minute. Put that there. On the inside, I did not show you the inside. I cut a piece of basic white that was 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 out of, like I said, basic white, and I stamped my sentiment. This is cherry cobbler, and this is shaded spruce. This sentiment came from, well, here's the tree. The tree's from Perfectly Plaid, which is an older set, and the sentiment is from this new one, Words for the Season, and I use this one right here. And then the white piece was cut with this die from Textured Notes. I've been using this a lot. I love this because it puts this cute little design around the edge. So here's another one that I did. So that takes care of our inside. Now, all the papers that I use on the front of this, let me go ahead and show you those. And one more stamp set. The Merry Christmas right here comes from Regal Reindeer. I love this Merry Christmas because it's just the right size for lots of things, and I like the way it's done, the script. So all these papers, see these little cherry cobbler ones? They came from this paper, which is still current, and it's called Season of Elegance. Now this paper comes in, I think, 4 different colors. It has a basic beige in it, cherry cobbler, pretty peacock, and then 2 different greens. One is mossy meadow and one's old olive. So it's a really nice set. I really like it for Christmas because it really brightens Christmas up. And then the solid red and these little green pieces are from our all-season velvet. And it comes in white, green, and red. And I use the white on the little hat there, and then the red's on my bows and the green's on my holly. So that's the papers that I used. Now let's get to the how you do all this. Okay, here's my frame, and we're going to do all this first before we put it on our card base, because it seems to work better that way. So let's just start up here in this corner, and like I showed you, I stamped a Merry Christmas with a stamp from Regal Reindeer, and that's in cherry cobbler, and I just put it right there. Now you're going to wonder where these leaves and all came from. Let me show you that real quick. They were punched with the green velvet, and I used this punch we used to have called Holly Border, and I used the two big ones for up in my corner, and then these two little ones I'm using in other places. So that's where the little holly pieces come from. Alright, let's go over here to the bear. Now, do you remember the, some of you probably do, the Rocking Horse? We had a set called Rocking Horse. And it had a little bear, and it also had the little bow that's on him. Now, what I did for fun, I cut this bear out of, I need a dimensional. I cut this bear out of the foam that we used to stamp on. Let me grab a dimensional. So like I said, the bear is cut out of our brown foam, and the bow, of course, is cut out of the velvet. So I'm just going to pop him right here. I mean, you need a little teddy bear for Christmas, so I felt like that was very appropriate. Now, here's our Santa hat. It's an old punch that we had. It was the Santa hat builder. Punched this part out of the white velvet, and the red velvet. And here's my hat, and I stuck a little piece of greenery right there, which that also came from the Rocking Horse. Alright, so let's put him in here. You know, and I was not going to make you sit and watch me put all these little pieces together. It's like, no. Alright, over here, this little pot is actually from the On Display. It's got a little pot right there. And the tree, though, I cut from Decorative Trees. And there's a little tree in there that I used. No, you know what? It's not Decorative Trees. I cut it from, I don't remember. I'll have to look that one up. I'll put it in the notes. But this is a little tree that I cut, and it was too long, so I cut it off. And like I told people, remember how we always cut our trees too tall, and we can't get them in the house? Well, that was kind of the way this tree was. It was too tall, so I cut it off so it would fit in the pot. And then on the tree, to make it sparkle a little bit, he's kind of gotten crooked, but that's okay. You know, our trees lean too, don't they? How many times have you put up a tree and it was crooked? Lots and lots. I know we have at our house. And then the red rhinestones add the little shiny on the tree. Alright, now over here, this is just the piece that came out of there, and I embossed it with the eyelet embossing folder just to give it a little snazz. And then I love these. These are still current. They're called Real Red and White Adhesive Back Peppermints, and I just stuck one of those in the middle. And this one I'm just going to glue down flat because the peppermint kind of gives it its dimension. So just pop it down in that corner, in that section. Move it over a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's go to the middle. Now this is just a little little rectangle you want to cut, and if you may have a die that would cut that out. In fact, I actually did. I used one out of Notes and Totes and just cut it into a little rectangle. And then the bow on top, I cut out a gold foil, and it came back from the Rocking Horse. And then there's our little piece of holly from that punch. So there's that section. Now let's go to this section, and these two are actually dies from the On Display. It's a set of little books, and I'm using it as a stand to put my picture on. So let me put it down here, because I felt like the picture was too short by itself. And then I cut the picture out of that paper I showed you, Season of Elegance, and the picture also is from the On Display dies. Alright, so there's that corner. Now right here in the bottom is this little jar. This is also from the On Display dies, and it's two pieces. There's a little lid, I don't know if you can see, a lid and the base, and I put them together with one dimensional and then put my little peppermint in the middle. Let's put that there. And then in this big area here is the bird cage, and I'm using it as a lantern instead of a bird cage, and it's also from the On Display dies, and it's two pieces, so you have to kind of put it together with dimensionals on the back. Now this candle in here is from Notes and Totes, and it's one of the little water bottles. I don't know if you can see, but it's one of these little water bottles, and I just cut the top off. And also in here there's a little die that cuts little buttons for the bag, and that actually looks like a flame. So see, there's my flame right there, and that came from that. Of course, there's our bow from Rockin' Horse, and the holly also from the Rockin' Horse. Let me see if I can get these backings off without tearing everything up. And you're going to have to cut your dimensionals so they'll fit on here. And they're so tiny that sometimes it's hard to get the backing off when they're that tiny. Maybe I should have pulled these off ahead of time. There's one more. Okay, we got our lantern or bird cage, and it goes right down there. By the way, I did figure out where it just dawned on me where that tree came from. It's from the reindeer dies. It's a retired set, but it was this tree, and see how tall it is, and I just cut the top out of it. So that's where that tree came from. Okay, so now you see we have this set together. So what we want to do is first put it on the front of our card. Let me burnish my fold here, because you'll need to know the spacing to put this piece on. So I'm just going to pop it on here. Now there is an option where if you find that this is too tall, you could cut the little feet off the bottom of the bookcase. So I'm going to bring this down almost to the bottom, center it. Now I've seen this piece at the top put on two ways. You could put it on this way. I've seen it this way with a scroll at the top. And that's okay, but when you line it up here, it just about goes off the top of the card. So I decided to turn mine around and put it this way, and that way I had plenty of room at the top. So let me put that down. Let's just put a little glue right here on this ledge. Okie dokie. And as you see, I put another peppermint right there in the middle of that little opening. Alright, I want to make sure I've got this centered. Looks pretty good to me. Hold it for a second so it'll here. Okay. Now all we've got left are these little hollies, and you know what? I'm just going to lay them up here to show you how they go. So I put two on this side and two over here. And then I just put the bows right on top of them. And there you go. So isn't that the cutest thing? You know, like I said, I wasn't even going to get this set when it first came out because I thought, oh, it's just too many pieces. And then here I went and did a card and hardly even used any of the dies that were in that set. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I ended up using 5 pieces in here. Of course, this piece and this piece to make this card. So here's my On Display Christmas version. I hope you like it. I don't know if you'll want to try it, but if you do, I think you'll enjoy it. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together with lots of pieces. So until next, well, not until next time, but let me say, if you need a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I'd love for you to like my video and share it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So until next time, happy crafting.